But now we move on to the Matildas. And in the Carayannis household last night, were you tuned in to the 3-1 win over Chinese Taipei?
I was not. Vossy, no, I was not. It wasn't on my radar. What about you?
Well, no, not much. I followed the scores, quite obviously. I was tuning in. I broadly want to ask the question of you, the listener. Do you want your radio hosts to be cheerleaders? Like, do we have to? Like, I know we're all patriotic. We want Australia to win wherever they can, but it doesn't mean that we have to, get up on the mountain and scream it, do we? Are we paid in our jobs to be cheerleaders? See, we're both rugby league men. We love rugby league. We support rugby league. It's our number one. It doesn't mean we don't give it a whack from time to time. Like often. Exactly. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So why does football get so prickly, Michael? Now we've started something.
You've started something. I've just come along for the ride here.
Well, hang on a second. I've got some audio. This is where it all started on Tuesday. I would surmise this as being observation, commentary, not criticism, observation and commentary. Have a listen. Today, Michael, read the Matildas. Just asking the question: are you still on the bus? I'm not. They're not a must-watch for me, and that sentiment was shared by a lot of people. Beaten by Brazil on Sunday, or beaten twice by Brazil last week. Of course, I'm interested to a point, but they're not a must-watch. Wonder how many people are feeling like that.
I don't watch a lot of soccer, right? So I'm a big events guy. So if they're playing if they go deep in a tournament, I'll tune in. Same with the Socceroos or whatever the case may be. But yeah, you got to be winning to capture my imagination when it comes to those sort of sports, and they're just not getting the job done.
Are you saying I coerced you into that, Michael? Were you speaking under sufferance that I have you bound and gagged in the basement, Ben Hunt style?
You kidnapped me, yeah, held hostage. No, no, but I stand by that.
Was
like,
Tuesday.
I'm a casual observer of the sport, right? So,
okay.
If they're playing big tournaments, I'll be interested. But random games against Chinese Taipei does not do anything for me. And it'd be the same if it was the Socceroos. Right?
Yeah,
so this is not a Matildas thing. This is just my interest levels in that sport.
All right. So that conversation sparked big reaction after Tuesday's show. Charlie, good seeing you put it up on social media. You would say on the scale of the outrage, where would it go, Charlie?
This is number one. This is out of I tweet a lot from the at Vossy and Brandy SEN Twitter page, or now X, I guess. And look, from time to time we do get a lot of likes, a lot of comments, a lot of retweets, all that sort of stuff. This one blew up so much. We've got over 200,000 views on that one post alone, which by far shatters everything else out of the water. People really got fired up about this.
Okay, so yesterday invited Brandy to join the discussion on the back of what we'd said, Michael. You in the hostage situation, myself willingly. This was Brandy and myself as part of the Matildas conversation yesterday.
Quite amazing. We had a chat about the Matildas yesterday. I said they're not on my radar now.
I didn't know they were playing.
Welcome to it. Are they playing here in Australia? They're a huge success.
Are they here in Australia?
Yes, they are. Four games in 9 days, effectively.
Right.
2 against Brazil, lost both, and now 2 against Chinese Taipei. It's a lot of football. Full houses, I know, but I'm just not tuning in to watch them. So I'm not on the bus per se at the moment.
Well, I'd have to agree with that. I'm not on the bus at all. I haven't even bought a ticket.
No, you're not at the bus stop.
Let's go to the NBA.
Okay, so it's Brandy yesterday. Again, I wouldn't call it damning. Like, when we've given the NRL a whack on something, it's a lot heavier than that, Michael. Would you agree?
Oh, for sure. What about the fallout from the Australian cricket team after the first test?
Exactly. Yeah, sure.
They'll get in, it's
pile on.
So, and if they get skilled for less than 150 come day one or day two of the next test, what do you think is going to happen there?
All right, good question. Now, Charlie, so what you put out yesterday on social media garnered a reaction from some bloke called Joseph Carozzi AM. He's got the AM. Makes him special. And I'm sure it was great when he got that. Anyway, not here to talk about his acknowledgements there, but this is what he said. This is a board member of Football Australia who found it necessary to respond to the discussion you and I and Brandy and I had on the show, which we've just replayed the crux of, which if you played in its fullest, I said, going down to summer soccer that my son plays, there are Matildas jerseys everywhere. The cut through is fantastic. Young girls, it's great. It's great to see. Joseph Carozzi says, what a bunch of knuckleheads. Back-to-back losses against Brazil, one of the greatest nations of football in the world, who travel to Australia to play here because they respect the Matildas. And these two dribble about a sport they know nothing about. Hashtag Brandy and Vossy who? Joseph Carozzi, AM.
Boo.
Why would he feel he has to go the abuse angle? Why would he feel that? Joseph, any ideas, Michael?
I don't have an answer for you there, Vossy. It is strange for a person of his stature and his placeholding in the game to come out and personally attack when it was like the criticism. Okay. Was it even critical of them? I can't understand.
Well, it's an observation. It's an observation.
The criticism of the Matildas here.
And I stand by. Okay, the World Cup. I'm stopping everything to watch the Matildas.
That's what I'm saying.
They captured the imagination.
Yeah.
This whole series, the 4 games in 9 days, I will have not watched a minute live.
And Vossy,
doesn't mean I'm not interested. I'm just saying they're not on my radar of live sport at the moment. I'm not watching it.
And wasn't the similar sentiment around the 1 days against Pakistan recently?
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point. So Joseph Crazy, I got back to him and said, poor Joseph, stay outraged and abusive, and from a bloke with AM in his title, what a joke. That's what I fired back at. He might be one of those blokes that he gets nominated because he nominated a mate the previous year. That's sometimes how it works. Anyway, Joseph got back to me and said, you're right. It was outrage. We both need to smarten up. I don't need to smarten up at all, Joseph, you pillock. I did nothing wrong. Maybe. But to put down a most popular team is not good form. To put down. Like, what planet are you on, Joseph? You on the pipe? Is he on the pipe? That's the question. Joseph Carozzi. Look, tune into the program on a regular basis, mate, if you want to hear levels of outrage, levels of where we go hard on topics. But, Joseph, if you're an example of the Football Australia board, football in this country has bugger all chance of achieving its true potential. What about that? You're right. It was outrage. We both need to smarten up. I mean, it's only the laws of radio that stop me saying you can go get... Anyway, that's what I've got to say. Like, seriously, smarten up. Like, come on. Joseph Crazy. Board member. Like, seriously, you've got some better things to do. Michael, how you been?
I'm good, mate. Are you ready for your holidays, or what's doing?
Yeah.
Are you ready to put your feet up, relax?
Yep.
Not worry about the Matildas over summer. You'll be sweet.
Yeah. But anyway, look, you can have your say on that. Side with the board member, Joseph. Did you think we were out of order in our observations? Voss, Carayannis, Alexander. Brandy's was even delivered with a little smile on the face, slightly tongue-in-cheek, talking about the bus. If you listen to the show, a regular, you know the difference between going hard and just a little tickle. Have you say this morning? Michael, are you glad you're here for this? Unleash the hounds.
I was just about to hit the dump button. It's all good.
You're in the feud now. You're in the feud.
I'm terrified.
Are you the brother? Are you my brother by another mother?
Yeah, I'm in. I'm in against.
Are you my brother's keeper?
I'm in against
Charlie.
Old mate.
Charlie, are we solid? Are you with me?
Nah,
he's sticking with us.
He's a big Matildas fan.
He's in. Charlie's in. Mindy, in. Yeah, she's ready. We're ready. Come at us, Joey boy. Breakfast with Vossy and Michael Carayannis, and we're backed by Bryden's lawyers, so that's handy. Might be sticking in a call. 1-800-848-848. Wake up, Lee. He's in his Jimmy Jams there, and yeah. Tell him how we going.